about the history of computers.
And now, I'm gonna discuss about the Information and Communication Technology, or the ICT. So ICT is an umbrella term that includes any communication devices. So what does it really mean? So ICT is a broader term for information technologies, which refers to all communications technologies including the internet, wireless networks, cell phones, computers, software, middleware, video conferencing, social networking, and other media applications and services. So for ICT, I stands for information. It refers to the knowledge obtained from reading, investigation, study, or research. And C stands for communication. It is an act of transmitting messages. And T stands for technology. It is the use of scientific knowledge, experience, and resources to create processed products that fulfill human needs. Charles Babbage. So he is the man who invented the computer. Before computers existed, before electricity-powered machines or Silicon Valley, Charles Babbage was dreaming of computers. Born in 1791 in London, Charles Babbage was a mathematician, inventor, and overall an eccentric genius. And he was obsessed with solving one big problems that humans usually make too many mistakes, especially when doing math. So he designed something insane. For that time, a massive mechanical computer powered by cranks and gears. And later, he dreamed up even more advanced machine called the analytical gene.
Computers have evolved through incredible milestones. In the 1939, Hewlett-Packard was founded in a garage. By the 1940s, machines like ENIAC could solve complex equations but filled entire rooms. The transistor in 1947 and the computer chip in 1958 made computers smaller and faster. In the 1950s and 60s, programming languages like COBOL and Fortran appeared. And Douglas Engelbart introduced the mouse and graphic interface. The 1970s brought personal computers. Microsoft and Apple were founded. The floppy disk was invented, and the Apple II and IBM PCs brought computing to homes. And software like VisiCalc spreadsheet and WordStar word processing changed business and personal work. By the 1990s, the World Wide Web connected people globally. Pentium chips improved speed, and Google revolutionized search. Soon after, Wi-Fi made the internet wireless. In the early 2000s, Facebook came, YouTube, the iPhone, and the iPad, turning computers into everyday essentials.
In 2005, YouTube was found and Google acquired Android. The following year, Apple introduced the first Intel-based computer. The MacBook Pro, an iMac, and Nintendo's Wii console became a hit. The late 2005 and the early 2010s saw significant developments in mobile computing. In 2010, Apple unveiled the iPod, revolutionizing the tablet market. The Google Chromebook released in 2011 and Facebook reaching 1 billion users in 2012. The final year highlighted at 2015 when Apple reveals Windows 10. The timeline concludes in 2016 with the creation of first programmable quantum computer. Bell Laboratories and the Model K adder. In 1937, George Stibitz of Bell Laboratories built the Model K adder on his kitchen tables using telephone company relays. A simple device was created to test Boolean logic for design computers. Hewlett-Packard is founded. Hewlett-Packard was founded by David Packard and Bill Hewlett in a garage in Palo Alto, California. Therefore, the first product, HP200A audio oscillator, became a popular piece of test equipment. Konrad Zuse finishes the Z3 computer. In 1941, German engineer Konrad Zuse completed the Z3 computer used 2,300 relays to perform floating point binary arithmetic. The complex hammer calculator, or CNC, was a machine completed in 1939 by George Stibitz at Bell Telephone Computing, Replica, Bletchley Park, UK. During World War II, the British bomb was on an electromechanical machine used to decipher Nazi Enigma communications.
the Atanasoff-Berry computer. Developed between 1939 and 1944 by Atanasoff and Clifford Berry. It was central to a patent dispute, with Atanasoff later recognized as the originator of fundamental computer ideas. So makita ninyo diha sa picture ang Atanasoff-Berry computer. So the next one is the Colossus operational at Beach Park. Designed by British engineer Tommy Flowers, its purpose was to decrypt complex Lorentz zippers used by Nazis during World War II, utilizing continuous rolls of punch paper tape. The next is the first computer program. Researchers at the University of Manchester, Frederick Williams, Tom Kilburn, and George Tuttle developed the small-scale experimental machine, or SSEM, known as the Manchester or Baby. Next is public unveiling of ENIAC. The ENIAC, built by John Moseley and J. Presper Eckert, starting in 1943, was unveiled at the Moore School of Electrical Engineering. CIRAC, or the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Automatic Computer, designed by Trevor Percy, used in 12-hole paper tape, and was transferred to the University of Melbourne in 1995, remaining in service until 1964. ERA 1101, one of the first commercially produced computer, designed by ERA and built by Remington Rand. Its first customer was the US Navy, and it stored 1 million bits on its magnetic drum. Madida, a digital drum-based differential analyzer prototype created in 1949 for a nuclear missile design project led by Fred Steele.
SIAC and SWAC. The Standard Eastern Automatic Computer, or SIAC, is among the first third-program computer completed in the United States. It was built in Washington, D.C. as a test bed for evaluating components and systems, as well as for setting computer standards. It was also one of the first computers to use all-diode logic, a technology more reliable than vacuum tubes. English Electric GC, a commercial version of Alan Turing's Pilot Ace, called GC, the Digital Electronic Universal Computing Engine, is called mostly for science and engineering problems, and a few commercial applications. Over 30 were completed, including one delivered to Australia. NIAC 2203, Transistorized Computer, an early transition computer. The ENIAC, or Nippon Electric Automatic Computer, includes a CPU, console, paper tape reader and punch, printer and magnetic tape units. IBM 1401. The 1401 mainframe, the first in the series, replaces earlier vacuum tubes technology with smaller, more reliable transistors. Olividi Programma 101. This printing programmable calculator was made from discrete transistors and an acoustic delay line memory. The Programma 101 could do addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, as well as calculate square roots. The Video Display Module, or VDM. The Video Display Module marks the first implementation of a memory-mounted alphanumeric video display for personal computer. Tandy Radio Shack introduces its TRS-80. Tandy Radio Shack's first desktop computer, 4 KB of memory, a built-in basic programming language interpreter, cassette storage, and easy-to-understand manuals that assume no prior knowledge on the part of the user.
The C64, as it is better known, with 64 KB of RAM. IBM introduces its a personal computer. IBM's brand recognition, along with a massive marketing campaign, ignites the fast growth of the personal computer market with the announcement of its own personal computer. The first IBM PC, formerly known as the IBM Model 5150 PowerBook series of laptops, is introduced. the Apple Newton Personal Digital Assistant. Apple enters the handheld computer market with the Newton, a personal data assistant.
Sony Vaio laptop. The first Vaio, a desktop computer, featured an additional 3D interface on top of the Windows 95 operating system.
Sony Belt G Phone GSH04. Japan's SoftBank introduces the first camera phone, the G Phone GSH04, as Apple iPhone. Apple launched the iPhone, a combination of web browser, music player, and cell phone.